Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee and today I am doing beef fajita seasoning blend for you and beef fajita kits for our freezer. And look at this. This is a huge round steak. Now this is folded in thirds. This is a 3.5 pound round steak that we're going to turn into some beautiful fajitas. But first, before we do that, we want to get, I am almost out of my fajita seasoning. I use it all the time. So we are going to make some more, and I'm going to show you this recipe. It is very good. I need a teaspoon. I should have got that ready. And a half teaspoon. There we go. All right, so let me get my glasses. Okay, so with this, I'm just going to put it all in my little jar here. We're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder. Okay? We're just going to use just a half. There we go. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of cumin. 1 tablespoon of paprika. 1 tablespoon of garlic. 1 tablespoon of onion. Now we're going to do 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. 1 teaspoon of oregano. 1 teaspoon of salt. And 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And that's it. That's how simple that is. And with this, let me get this all shook up. You want to shake it real good, mix it real good. With this blend, you use 1 tablespoon per 2 pounds of meat. Beautiful. And if you want them really spicy and divine, throw in some pepper flakes. But I'm not going to do that. My family likes this. This is spicy enough for them because my grandkids love these fajitas. So, but anyway, there we go. Look at how beautiful that is. All right, let me put our spices away and we'll get our fajita kits going. These are so easy. I'm gonna do 3 kits. So these will be nice. I want 1 for us, 1 for my daughter, and 1 for my friend. So they'll love this. Beef fajitas. And they know how to cook them. All right, perfect. So now let's see here. We have got to cut this meat first. So I need to open this up, get this drained, and then we'll cut it up. We're going to slice it real thin. Okay, friends. This steak is enormous. This steak was folded in thirds into the package. So right away, I'm going to cut this bone out. Because little Miss Peaches will love that bone. We're going to save that for her. She's going to think it's Christmas. All right, now I'm going to cut some of this fat and schmutz off here. And then we're just going to cut this up. And we're going to slice this fairly thin. I'm going to cut that big chunk of fat off. Okay, we're just going to slice these into thin slices. Okay? With a nice sharp knife. I take as much of the fat off as I can, although you don't have to. That's just me. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna slice this thin, just like so. You can use any meat you want for this, any steak you want, but I always use the round steak because I just love it. I don't want to use my good steaks for, I don't want to use my good steaks for this. And I was going to tell you, I've even used a big chuck roast or an English roast. I've used roast to slice it up thin and make fajitas. But these are wonderful, friends. And then you can just take it from the package, cook it up, and it doesn't take long at all. Now, some people would make these and roll it in a little bit of cornstarch. And if you want, you could put a couple tablespoons of cornstarch in your bag with your fajita kit because that'll thicken it up a little bit. But my family doesn't like that, so we're not going to do that. Okay, and we're going to take this chunk of fat off here because they don't like that either. And neither do I. I'm not a big beef eater. Isn't that funny? I'm not really that. I'd rather have chicken. Ha! I'm a chicken person. Chicken or turkey. And I'm not much for fish either, but I do love cod. I love deep fried fish. But let me get this all cut up, friends. And then we'll be back and we'll put these fajita kits together. Okay, friends, the longest this takes is cutting this meat up. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to fill these bags, and then I'm going to wash my hands, move this board, and we'll put these together. But I divided this into 3 equal parts, best that I could. So they each got a little over a pound of meat. Okay, let me take care of this and wash my hands. All right. I'm going to get these to stand up the best we can because I'm not using my bag holders. I'm just going to stand them up. Okay. So now our seasoning. Remember I told you 1 tablespoon per 2 pounds. But I'm going to put 1 tablespoon per 1 pound. Because that way it'll be beautifully seasoned. And the family will love them. You can do however you want, more or less. It doesn't matter. But it is 1 tablespoon per 2 pounds to season it. All right, now. We're going to put onions. I'm probably going to divvy all these onions up between these bags. Okay. Because I love, fajitas and onions and peppers and this meat are just divine together. So we're just going to divide this up between them. Go. All right, that's equal. The best I'm going to get them all off the counter because my counter's clean. Okay, now I saved those bags because I cut up my peppers and onions and put them in these bags. I already got them labeled, so I just changed the date on them. All right, so here we go. Here's our beautiful peppers. And I'm using sweet peppers. You can use green peppers. You can throw a few jalapeno peppers in there, which are just divine. And usually when I put ours together, because we eat ours in wraps, and I love it that way, I'll put a couple jalapenos in my wraps because I love jalapeno peppers. we're going to wind up using this entire gallon bag on these. This one needs a little more. There we go. That one's got quite a bit. This one, okay. There. That, friends, is how easy it is. And you don't need salt and pepper because you already got that in your fajita seasoning. Beautiful. These are gorgeous. Take a look, friends. Absolutely beautiful. That's easy. You could put a bunch of these together in no time. And you can use any cut of meat you want. How do you like that? I love these. My family loves these chicken fajitas, beef fajitas. We love them all. And you could cook these in a skillet, or you can put these on a sheet pan. Makes a wonderful sheet pan meal. Beautiful. So that's all there is to the beef fajitas. Now I can disperse these out. All right, friends. I'm going to get these in my freezer. Okay, friends. I got some hot chocolate. We got our beef fajitas done. So now we can do some easy baking. I thought, you know what? I'm going to show you how to make the best chocolate cake you've ever had. And I love this cake. Now you can make this a round cake, you know, with a layer cake. I'm just doing mine in my 9 by 13 inch casserole pan. That's it. So anyway, with that being said, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start adding our goodies in here. Because this is like a 1 bowl cake, you know, you just mix it all together. We're going to do 1 3/4 cups of flour. Okay? Then we're going to do 2 cups of sugar. I got all my stuff over here. Two cups of sugar. We're going to do a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. Okay? Oops, I made a mess. Well, there we go. Stick it in there. Okay, we got that. We're going to do our 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Okay, we're going to do 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and I'll list this in the description box. I always do. Okay, we're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, we're just going to give that a little mix because now we can start adding our wet ingredients to this. Oh, my cocoa tastes so good. I love bacon, friends. Somebody asked me in the comments, when am I going to start baking goodies again? Well, we're going to start baking goodies. It was Elizabeth's birthday, and Lord have mercy, I forgot. I feel so horrible. So I'm making her a chocolate cake. Now, yes, my husband and her both are diabetic, but the doctor said a little piece of chocolate cake isn't going to kill them, so they can celebrate. So I'm making them the best one I know. And I'm showing you too. Okay, so with that, we got 1 cup of buttermilk going in. Beautiful. And if you don't have buttermilk, friends, just take, I do for every 1 cup, I do about 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice, not vinegar. I don't like that flavor. I just do 1.5 tablespoons of vinegar, pour it in there and just let it sit a little bit, and it'll, you know, it'll be like clabbered milk almost. Okay. Oh, we're gonna do our 1/2 cup of oil. I don't want to get ahead of myself. You get ahead of yourself, then you start to forget stuff. So we got 1/2 cup of oil going in. Beautiful. And people keep asking me where I got this is a rooster for my oil jar. That was given to me so many years ago. So I didn't purchase it anywhere. Now, we've got, where's my cup? Right here, I need this. We're gonna put 2 eggs in here, okay? Try not to add the shells. And if you get, see that? If you get a piece of shell in there, just get it out with the other half of the shell. It will stick to it, okay? 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Gorgeous. And then we've got, I want to make sure, I believe this is 1 cup I got brewed of hot coffee going in there. All right. Beautiful. Now we're just going to get this all mixed together. This is going to be a bit of a runny batter, but that's what it's supposed to be, so don't get concerned over that. And then I got just a beautiful chocolate fudge recipe for frosting on here that I'm going to show you as well. You can use a hand mixer. It's just so easy. I just mix it up with a whisk. Works just fine. Okay. Get that off the sides. Now that looks beautiful. I forgot to set our oven. We're going to set the oven. There's a tray in there. Get my 2 trays out. We can set that 350. I want this whipped up real good. So just keep mixing until you have it all mixed up. Beautiful. I need a drink of my cocoa. I should be doing a kitchen chit chat. I feel like chatting. You're gonna love this cake though. Okay, now with this cake, I need my my pan is already sprayed. You can butter and flour yours, absolutely fine. And if you're using your if you're using round cake pans, you can line them too. Anyway, we're going to pour all this right in here. But you want to scrape this all out. You don't want to leave your ingredients in there. That makes me crazy when people don't. I just want to reach through the screen and grab their bowl and scrape it out. Okay. All right, that's good. Okay. Now normally I would tap it and get rid of all the bubbles. But I don't want to break my dish, so I'm not tapping it too much. This has to wait. It's a baked good. It needs to wait for that to preheat to 350 degrees. Once my oven reaches 350 degrees, you're going to put this in there and you're going to watch it very closely. It'll bake for between 30 to 35 minutes, However, it does tend to bake very fast, so you're going to want to start checking it at 25 minutes. And it's done as soon as the cake tester or a toothpick or a knife or whatever you use to test it comes out clean. So when this is done, friends, I'll bring you back and we'll put the frosting together. Okay, friends, our cake is done. It's divine. It smells good. So we're going to make a really nice chocolate fudge frosting. But I'm going to make mine mocha. And I do that by just adding a teaspoon of instant coffee. Okay? And, oh, it's so good. But we're going to put 2 sticks of butter in here. Okay? This is one of those where you put everything in at one time and just mix it up. We don't got to do this in steps or stages. One bowl, one shot. Okay, so now we're going to do 6 cups of powdered sugar in here. I don't want to talk, I'll lose count. And one more to go. I can multitask, but not count and talk. Okay, we've got our powdered sugar. Now we're going to do 1 1/3 cups of cocoa powder. So there's 1. And 1/3 cup. Okay? Perfect. We still got a few more things to add, but we're doing good. Okay? We're going to do a tablespoon of vanilla in here. We're going to do, I'm going to just do a teaspoon. I'm going to do a nice heaping teaspoon of my, you don't have to add instant coffee to it at all. But I like mine a little mocha flavored, so that's what I do. Now we're going to put 2/3 cup of milk in here. Okay. All right. All in there. We're all set. Now what I'm going to do is put this paddle on. We're going to mix this very, very slow. You might find you might have to add a little more milk, but it's coming together. And as it comes together, you can turn it up a little more. Okay, now it is going to need a little more milk. So I'm going to add it a tablespoon at a time. Okay. All right, now that's looking good. So I'm just going to let this go for about 2-3 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, friends, this is all done. So we're going to scrape this down. Oh, it looks wonderful. I don't want to waste any. Okay, there we go. look at how beautiful this turned out. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. All right. I'm just going to put this onto my cake and spread it around. Okay, look how gorgeous this is. Let me bring you in here closer. Okay, friends, here we go. We're going to start spreading this around. This is wonderful frosting. This is a nice frosting to decorate with too. You don't have to make it a chocolate, but it'd be nice to use for cupcakes. And this cake recipe that I have too, that makes good cupcakes as well. And if you're going to make cupcakes with them, you're just going to reduce the cook time to about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay? Doesn't it look nice? Beautiful. Okay, friends, so what I like to do with this is I just got some sprinkles here. And I'm just going to put them around the edge just for a little color. Ooh, my grandbabies are going to love that. There you have it, friends. Isn't that pretty? So there we go. What you say we give Mr. Wayne a piece to try so you can see how nice this turns out. Would you like to try a piece of cake?
Sure.
Sure. All right, so I'm going to cut it this way. Twice. Okay, friends, I am so sorry. I was in the midst of cutting my cake and my camera shut off. So here we go. I'm just making some cuts here. And we're going to let Mr. Wayne try a piece of cake. And he can tell us how he likes it. We'll slide this over a little bit so he can sneak right in here. Look at how beautiful that cake is. There you go. Try it out. I'll try this as a corner piece. Isn't that good? That's about the best chocolate cake, friends, that you will ever eat. Mm-hmm.
It is good.
Very good. Well, I like that. Nice and moist. That buttermilk just makes it wonderful. And when you put that hot coffee in there, it just makes that chocolate bloom. It just enhances the flavor of everything.
Mm-hmm.
The mocha frosting. Mm-hmm. I'm going to save the rest of mine for a cup of coffee. But anyway, friends, I can't wait for Tracy to try it. Or, yeah, Tracy too. Tracy's home, so I can invite her over for a piece of cake and a cup of coffee, she'll come running. But Elizabeth's going to have a piece of this. Anyway, we just did a couple of things today. We did the beef fajitas. Mr. doesn't really eat those because he can't eat a whole lot of onions, and peppers give him heartburn so bad. So we don't eat the beef fajitas. I eat the chicken ones. He doesn't. But my friend has got her bag, and my daughter has got a bag, and I got a bag in the freezer because Elizabeth and I will eat them. And then we made this beautiful cake. So I will put all the recipes, well, both recipes for the fajita seasoning and this cake and the frosting in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You all have a wonderful day, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. I'll see you in the next video, friends. And as always,
Thanks for watching.
look at that hair. You
Yeah,
look
that's why I
like
kept
you look
my
like
head.
Jack Nicholson.
That's right.
That looks hilarious. I just love you. You're just beautiful.
Just a man.